Hey there everybody, this is going to be a pretty short video on road discovery, driving all the roads in Forza Horizon 5. This is something that I like to do early on in the game. It allows me to check out the entire map for one, but also when I make a conscious effort of driving all the roads. I'm not, 2 or 3 months down the road from now, checking out whipping out a magnifying glass, combing over the entire map, trying to find the 1 or 2 roads that I missed. So that's kind of why I like to early on just drive all the roads, get the whole map explored and get that. I should actually mention too, the achievement for this is very misleading. You'll get that achievement of driving every road when you still have like 4 or 5 left to go. So that is misleading. Keep that in mind. That all said, this video will not be me driving every single road. That would be painfully boring and be like 2 hours long. So just a few tips I was going to cover about driving all these roads. The first one is, there's only 3 of them really. First one is when you have an area where there's like a million roads, drive the short ones first. That way you don't accidentally miss them. I think FH5 does a better job on this than FH4. Let's get to a spot here. Where in FH4, a lot of the times, zoom in here. Say for example, I drive this one up here, drive this one on this side. This middle like crossroad would be filled in without me even driving on it, and I'm not sure if that is the case in FH5 here. So let's see. Wow, this may be an unbreakable barrier. I'm just not going fast enough. There we go. Okay. And of course I'm in the wrong area. But here, perfect example. It just happened. So, it is much better though in FH5. So I did drive this, and I drove this one right here, and I did not drive this one, and it left a nice solid chunk of gray of undriven road. In FH4 that probably would have been filled in, and I'd been scratching my head like, what the heck. And even on the mini map though, it kind of looks like I filled it in. Little tiny shaded gray there though. There we go, count that road up. So that's the first tip. Let's move on to the second one here. And secondly here, while you're out driving roads, be very aware of those little tiny roads that pop up off to the side. Let me show you here. Off to the right here, there's a little tiny nook. Believe it or not, this is a road you need to discover. So this little tiny pull-off is an actual road. These ones are really easy to miss. In fact, my son was driving all the roads, and he only had 2 left, and this little tiny spot actually was one of them. Actually, let me get out of the way of that road just so I can see on the map here real quick. So yeah, this little one right there is actually one that he missed out of the zillion that there are. Alright, let's move on to the last tip real quick. And last tip here, and this isn't rocket science guys, I get this, but there's a few little tips to keep in mind if you're out there trying to discover all the roads. But last one here is if you're on just like a normal straightaway road and so you happen to go shooting off for whatever reason, when you go back on the road, just make sure you don't leave any gray spots in between. So let's say I'm going back on. And I get back on. And just check your map just to see. And you can see I missed a little piece of stretch of road there because I got back on way too far. So just go back and get that little piece that you missed. And that way, again, you're not whipping out a little magnifying glass 2 or 3 months from now trying to find a little tiny piece of road that you did not uncover yet. Alright guys, that's it for this short video on road discovery, driving all the roads, getting that achievement and whatnot, and I'll see you guys later.